Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and thanks for tuning in to another one of my Napoleon Total War tournament battles. And we have finally made it to round 3. We have seen all the series of battles in round 1 and round 2, and that means that this tournament is really coming to a close very soon. We only have 3 more series of battles until it is over. So I really do appreciate all the support I have gotten on my channel, and for helping me reach 2,500 subscribers, which of course is what this tournament is all about. But in today's series of battles, we're going to take a look at DABOSS 11111 versus RAJI for the first set of round 3 battles. So let's go ahead and jump in. Alright guys, welcome to the first battle between RAJI and DABOSS 11111, and welcome to the first land battle in round 3. And with the beginnings of round 3, we have a new map for you guys. It is the Aosta Valley. I chose it because I wanted to see how the players in this tournament dealt with the occupiable buildings and how they could utilize that to get an edge over their opponent. Now, one of the reasons that I also chose it is because both of the players started an exact same distance away from the town. So it was really up to who was going to be more aggressive, that would capture the most buildings in the town. They would probably reap the most benefit. So DABOSS 11111, you can see that he's a little bit slower to push into the town, whereas RAJI is well within the town with his hussars over here. So RAJI, he is chosen Prussia for his first battle, and as I said, he has some hussars and lancers already in the town. He's also brought about 6 units of musketeers, and 2 units of foot guard, and 2 units of Prussian fusiliers. And he also has 2 units of the 6-pounder horse artillery, and of course his general is way back here as well. Oh, and apologies, he's got 1 7-pounder howitzer and 1 6-pounder horse artillery. But yes, he's conquered most of the town, I would say. His hussars actually up to this farmhouse here. So very, very aggressive start by RAJI. And we do have some of the Royal Scots Greys for DABOSS, who has chosen Great Britain. Looks like they are driving the hussars back to the other side of the town. He also has some of the 15th hussars here as well. But most of his units that he brought some German Legion Lightfoot. He's got some Highland Foot, and then he's brought a lot of Standard Foot as well as some rifles. So he's brought some, what are these called? Light infantry? Yeah, light infantry. There we go. That was a little bit of a brain fart there. But he's also got the Coldstream Guards and the 47-foot, the Black Watch. And he's brought 2 5-inch howitzers for his artillery. And we already have some of the buildings being captured here. It looks like the farmhouse in the center is captured by Great Britain. And we have a farmhouse over on the left-hand side captured by Prussia. Oh, and on the right-hand side, we have the Prussians as well. So I think the Prussians have the better control over this area so far, because they've got the wings kind of covered. Mind you, DABOSS does have the 2 buildings in the center, but a lot of his forces are really blobbed up. That's going to be really good for the Prussian artillery going after them. But we do have the King German Legion Lightfoot over here, focusing down some of the Prussian units that are within the settlement, or sorry, within the farmhouse. You can see that they are well protected from enemy fire. Now, I believe that there is some cavalry over here for the English as well. Yeah, there's some light dragoons over here hidden in the trees. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get a good shot off, but RAJI has really protected his flanks, as I said. You can see he's got 2 units now in this farmhouse, and he's got 2 units in this farmhouse as well. So he's well entrenched on his flanks, and he's just starting to set up in the center. You can see he's taken this farmhouse here. I'm not sure if he's going to go for this one, but we've got 3 houses for RAJI, only 2 for DABOSS at this point, and I think that is just due to the fact that the Prussians were much more aggressive in their start. And this house is already at 53% damage. That's really not good. DABOSS actually might lose this entire unit here. It's 138 out of 160 for Great Britain foot. Oh yes, there we go! Oh no! That is not good for DABOSS, so he has lost a complete unit in that volley from the Prussian artillery. I believe it is over here in the trees. So yeah, direct shots onto the house that Great Britain had taken over. So he only has 1 farmhouse left. Whereas, again, RAJI really locking down the flanks here so that Great Britain can't really flank around and do anything. He really couldn't push into this house either because there's already there's a unit of foot guards and a unit of musketeers there, and we've got Prussian fusiliers over here in the trees holding them back as well. You can see the rifles over here too getting absolutely slaughtered. They're actually breaking. So the light infantry really not... They don't have an edge in this because the light infantry, they're not able to focus down the units that are hidden within the farmhouses. Again, we've got foot guards and musketeers on this flank as well. So DABOSS is in a little bit of a pickle here. You can see we do have an artillery battle as well. We've got the 5-inch howitzers firing all the way over this town, going after the 7-pound howitzer and the 6-pound horse artillery. Or the... Yeah, the howitzer is returning fire on DABOSS's artillery here. You can see getting some nice hits as more rifles break for the battlefield. Wow, yeah, direct hit on that cannon there as well. Or actually, no, the cannon is still alive. It just won't be able to be towed out of the way. Direct hit on those horses there. This one as well. So his artillery is kind of stuck here, unfortunately. But it looks like at this point, DABOSS is just going to abandon the town altogether. He's retreating all of his units out of the remaining farmhouse that he did have under his control. You can see he's getting his Highland foot out of there, which I think is a good decision because the Prussians have taken the town. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no way that DABOSS is going to be able to charge in here and take them out. You would have to invest 3 or 4 units to unloose the foot guards from that farmhouse. We do have some Prussian fusiliers flanking around here. I think that they're... I don't know where the English cav went. It's probably hiding in the trees over here, I'd imagine. Or is it it's saying it's... Where is it? Oh yeah, no. They are still there. They are still here. So I don't know if the Prussian fusiliers were forming up to fire at the Lancer cavalry or the light dragoons. Yeah, but DABOSS is just going to walk them out of there. And there we go. Yeah, good thing that DABOSS actually retreated his Highland foot from that farmhouse because it's going down as well. 53% damage. So yeah, it's going to be really tough for DABOSS to come back from this, unfortunately. And some more very close artillery hits from the Prussians. Looks like we do have a couple units of foot over here with the 42nd Black Watch. Maybe they are going to push on this flank, see if they can break the Prussians over on this side. But I am seeing a lot of units coming around here. Yeah, we do have some Lancer cavalry actually coming over here from Prussia. The light dragoons are moving to intercept them. I'm not sure if the Prussians know how much cavalry the English actually have, because we've got the 15th Hussar unit coming around and the Royal Scots Greys. And are they going to know? Oh, yeah, we've got the Lancers and the Hussars here actually charging on this flank, so we're going to have an all-out cavalry brawl here. Oh, yeah, the light dragoons are going to struggle here, though. We need to get the Hussars into the mix. Very nice. And where's the Scots Greys? Yeah, here they come. Unfortunately, the light dragoons did break, though. It's not ideal for the Prussians, but now the Prussian cavalry is about to be flanked by the Royal Scots Greys, and it looks like they are going to try and pull back. But I would just continue to pursue them with the 15th Hussars. Yeah, the Royal Scots Greys a little bit late moving in there. I think that did allow the foot guards to actually get up onto this hilltop and aid the cavalry. I'm watching the mini-map too. You can see where DABOSS is kind of formed up here in this little ring. And the Prussians are slowly conquering what's left of the town. But looks like the English do have the Prussians on the run, which is good. And I'm not sure if these Prussians are actually in square formation. It does not look like they are. So these foot guards could actually be run down by the English cavalry. I'm not too sure. Yeah, the Hussars are about to break. Looks like the foot guards are trying to retreat down the slopes to the friendly territory over here where the Prussian Fusiliers are forming up. But again, even if he breaks through those foot guards with the cavalry, the flank is so protected by this farmhouse here. And it looks like we do have the artillery from Great Britain focusing down the farmhouse. That is a very good idea. If he can eliminate these two flank, well, they're not really flanking, but these 2 buildings that are on Prussia's flanks, then he will be able to advance his infantry a little bit easier. And how are we looking in here in the trees? Okay, the foot guards were able to retreat, which is good, and now the Prussian Fusiliers will be able to cover their retreat. We've also got some more musketeers here as well. Prussian lancers have routed, though. They will not be returning to the battlefield. And how is this building for damage? Only 36%, so it's not a lot. This one, meanwhile, is 0%, so I don't think DABOSS is focusing over here, but I'm seeing a lot of units that are routing. Yep, there we go. Some Fencibles have routed. The rifles are going to be routing very shortly. And the artillery for DABOSS has just been pummeled. He's done so well in previous battles with his artillery. But in this battle, it seems like his artillery is kind of on the back foot compared to the Prussians' artillery. Some more hits just behind me as well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, really focusing the artillery down to 3 out of 4 of the howitzers on this one, and 2 out of 4. So 5 cannons for the English, and we still got 8 out of 8. So yeah, the Prussians definitely winning the artillery battle. So DABOSS, unfortunately, he's kind of losing on all sides here. He did win over in this side. We do have a unit of foot guards coming over here. But the cavalry is still present. Mind you, it is very weak. And if RAJI is watching this unit and gets it into a square formation, I bet you that cavalry won't even be able to last. Let's go ahead and just quickly look over here, see what else is going up. Yeah, so Prussia not interested at all in moving forwards. I think, oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, so is he putting it into? Yeah, he's putting it into square formation right now. And there we go, you can see that the light dragoons did not charge in. They have broken pretty much right away. And the Royal Scots Greys as well, really struggling to get a good charge off on the foot guards. So well done by RAJI, actually eliminating the English cavalry with that unit. But as I was saying, yeah, it looks like he's not interested in moving at all. He's winning the artillery engagement. He's holding the houses as he needs to. I don't think he's worried at all at this moment. And look at this. We've got a perfect line here from the Musketeers firing down onto the Coldstream Guards. That's a very elite unit, getting absolutely wrecked by a much cheaper Prussian unit. I'm just seeing what's going on over on this flank here. Wow, the Royal Scots Greys are really putting up a fight. Oh no, but they're about to be volleyed from this unit of Musketeers here. So they're going to get absolutely slaughtered. Yep, there we go. And that has seen them gone. So this really plays into RAJI's hands. Now RAJI has units over here that he can move to flank around the English position. And I believe that the English only have their general left. I don't think they have any more cavalry, unless there is some hidden that I do not see. But I think DABOSS does realize this because he's quickly moving a lot of his infantry over to that flank. And one of the buildings lost. So that was RAJI moving he moved his units out of the building, and it looks like DABOSS put his Highland foot into the building there. You can see them firing pretty much point blank into the Prussians. Can I actually get into these buildings? Unfortunately not, but you can see them all in there lined up and ready to go. And the Prussians, of course, taking fire from the Highland Watch. Or the Highland Foot, my apologies. So how is this flank going over here? Yeah, so we do have the Musketeers and the Foot Guards pushing on the flank. And I thought that there was some cavalry over here as well. No, the Lancers have decided to stay back a ways. Oh no, but now this house is being focused down and the Highland Foot are going to be stuck in the house as it collapses. I hope DABOSS realizes this, otherwise they're going to all die. 92 men in here. About to be taken down in this house. This house actually looks like it's going to fall down any minute. Yes, looks like DABOSS has realized. He's quickly trying to get his unit out of that farmhouse with 55% damage. 59 now. we better hurry. Okay, it looks like he's going to get most of that unit out of there, which is good. Oh yes, here we go. So yeah, we do have a firefight over here. We've got the foot for Great Britain taking on the musketeers over on this flank. And we do have the Lancer cavalry coming forwards. We also have the unit of foot guards that is kind of pushing over on the flank of this unit of foot from Great Britain. But we actually have a very bold charge from the general staff coming in here. And it looks like Raji is not going to form square, so it's going to get a huge charge. Well done to DABOSS there. Good battlefield awareness. And those foot guards getting... Well, I was going to say they're getting destroyed, but I have to say that they lasted well during that charge. And I bet you that Lancer cavalry is not far behind. Yeah, the Lancer cavalry closing in very quickly on the general staff, so DABOSS is quickly trying to get his general out of there. Forming up another unit of foot as well on the flanks. Prussian foot guards did survive with 55 in the unit. Come on, get a volley on them. There we go. Don't know why there was no gun sounds there. That's kind of strange. They need to form square, though. Here comes the Prussian Lancers. Oh, no, he's not going to realize it. Ooh, yeah, some of them being thrown very far back in that charge. Finally, the foot guards did break, though. But now the Lancers are going to push for... Oh, and they're going for the general. Aha. So there we go. Yep. That's the general staff broken. Not sure if he's actually going to... Oh, yep, there we go. He's dead. So the general was killed. This leaves a very meager amount of men on the battlefield for DABOSS. He's got the 88th Foot Connaught Rangers. I actually didn't even see this unit before. But they are present on the battlefield. And we've got, yeah, King German Legion Lightfoot and the 42nd Black Watch still left, but the artillery just breaking from those volleys. And yeah, we've got rifles over here that are breaking as well. So it looks like Raji is going to be able to take victory here in this first engagement. King German Legion Lightfoot moving over on the flanks. I think it's a little bit late for DABOSS to be pushing into the town, though, especially with all of the musketeers moving forwards. We've got the foot guards here from Prussia as well. I don't even think that Raji really needs to hold these anymore. Oh, yes, that's exactly what he's doing. He's relinquishing control of the farmhouse. He doesn't really even need it anymore. He's already kind of flanking around the unit of King German Legion Lightfoot, and it looks like DABOSS is just going to send them into melee. Quickly counter-charging the unit of musketeers over here to keep them from firing into his back. But yeah, they have broken already. Oh, but we've got the 42nd Black Watch counter-charging in here to melee. Very nice. But yeah, balance of power heavily against DABOSS at this point. And what do we got over here? Oh yeah, we've got a unit of foot, I believe, that's breaking. We've got a unit of foot that is pushing forwards, but it will probably break soon as well. So I think it did come down to the fact that Raji was able to conquer a lot more of that town. Having the control of the town and being able to fire down onto the British troops as they try to form up with what they could gather from the town, plus the full unit of foot that was lost in this burning wreckage here as it did collapse, that was pretty unlucky. Also losing this flank here. He did have it initially in the cavalry engagement, but unfortunately that unit of foot guards did kind of put a stop to the cavalry, and then he was able to easily flank around and surround the English. Taking a look at the kills for Raji here, yeah, 117, 132 for the foot guards, that's very good. 120 for the musketeers, 119 and 108 for the Prussian fusiliers. And yeah, fielding more men as well, about 300 more men. So that is it for the land battle, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at the naval battle next. Alright guys, so now we come to the naval battle between DABOSS 11111 and RAJI. And RAJI has decided to go with the Great Spanish Armada, so let's go ahead and take a look at his fleet first. In the front lines, he has a bunch of 74-gun ships of the line. He has the San Carlos, the America, the San Antonio, the Santa Clara, and the San Sebastian. And then he has 2 bomb catches, the San Vicente Ferrer and the La Corona. And then he has a couple of 80-gun ships of the line, the Esquivel, the Esperanza, and the Carmen. We have his admiral right in the center here, the San Salvador, which is a 106-gun ship of the line. And he did forget one ship in the deployment phase way back here, and it's, funnily enough, called the Terrible, 38-gun frigate. So I'm not sure if he's like, you're terrible, just stay behind, that's terrible. But you can see his fleet is well ahead of that smaller ship, so we'll have to take a look at if he notices that later on in the battle. Now we come to the Great French Fleet, and look how many large ships DABOSS has brought to this battle. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 122-gun ships of the line first. We've got the Tona, the Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and the Saint-Esprit. He also has a bomb catch and a rocket ship over here. He has the Pegasus, which I'm not mistaken translates to Pegasus, but if there are any French viewers, feel free to correct me. And with that in mind, if there are any French viewers watching this, you might want to plug your ears as I go through the rest of this army comp, because there are some difficult names for me to pronounce. Starting with the rocket ship here, the Piemontais, not sure if the S is silent there. But then we have a couple of small carronade frigates. We've got the Illustri, the Caroline, the Union, which is an easy one, the Guillaume Tell, which I'm not sure, that might actually translate to William Tell, if I'm not mistaken, the Archer, but I could be wrong. And then following up the rear here with 2 74-gun ships of the line, we have the Franchise, and the Ampétrie, which I'm not sure if we already saw that one as well. But we are just starting this engagement here, and it looks like DABOSS is bringing his carronade frigates forwards to maybe distract a lot of the fire of the Spanish Spanish bomb catches. But some early harass here by the Admiral's flagship, the San Salvador, which is actually the First Blood. Getting the first shots off. There we go. With some return fire, though, on the San Salvador, killing 4 crew members. But the carronade frigates swooping in and trying to get some early shots off on those bomb catches. Fortunately, not killing any crew members. And now this poor little ship is going to soak up a lot of fire. You can see we've got the San Sebastian forming up. We've got the Santa Clara. And we've also got the San Antonio. So I'm going to guess that this ship gets absolutely destroyed here. Huge hits there. Oh, yes, we're even being fired upon by the Admiral once again. So, I mean, it is a good idea for DABOSS to do this, maybe trying to distract so many larger ships with one smaller ship. But at the same time, I think his fleet overall is smaller, so he's going to need to be careful about just throwing his ships in one by one like this. But there we go, a huge hit on the Santa Clara there with only 74 guns getting hit with the massive 122-gun ship of the line. That being said, we do have the San Sebastian, which is already focusing down the second 38-gun frigate, which is pushing in. And how are we looking over here? It looks like 3 of the ships are actually not even in battle, so I would continue to push them around, see if we could maybe surround the French fleet. Let's go ahead and put on the minimap so you can see what is going on. Looks like the Terrible is still out of this battle. It is not moving forwards as far as I can tell. Some huge hits there from the Tona, once again hitting the Santa Clara. We've also got some ships that are on fire already. The San Antonio 64-gun ship of the line is on fire. I'm not sure if that's from the rocket ship and the bomb catches. The rocket ship was focusing in this area, so they quickly need to get that fire out before this ship does actually explode. And there we go, it is under repair, so RAJI is quickly trying to keep that ship in the battle. we've got the Esquivel, the 80-gun ship of the line, flanking around the Tonal and actually getting some good shots into its back. But we have the massive Saint Esprit coming in here to challenge the Esquivel. All the while being hit by... What was firing at that? I wonder if that was the San Salvador, the Admiral there. Getting some shots off. But there we go. The Caroline has surrendered. We've got the Illustre, which has surrendered, and it is sinking. Santa Clara just sliding on through here. It does have a lot of hull damage, but oh no! Some chain shot, I believe, from RAJI actually taking down one of the main sails of this massive ship. And there we go, a return volley on the San Antonio as it's trying to repair. It is still on fire as well. Yeah, he stopped repairing, but it is still on fire. That is not good. It's also shaken. I don't want to stay too close, though, because I'm worried that it will actually explode. But no, it looks like the fire has been contained, which is excellent. How are we looking over here? Wow, so RAJI's Admiral over here is routing. And we've got the Jean-Jacques Rousseau moving in to get a good broadside here. Come on, get a volley. Looks like actually some chain shot hitting the sails. Luckily, none of the sails were taken down, but that was a huge hit onto the San Salvador. And it's routing and on fire at the same time. That is a not good. Not good for the Spanish. How are we looking over here? Let's take a look. Is this... The Saint Esprit is also on fire, it's saying? And don't forget, this is the French Admiral here. So both Admirals may be out of this game very quickly. Huge explosion there. I think that was the Spanish bomb catch. And yes, the Saint Esprit is routing. How are we looking for the Admiral? It surrendered. Oh no. So the Spanish Admiral has surrendered here, and we've got the Jean-Jacques Cousteau lining up. Huge hit, and that actually kills the Admiral. Yes, RAJI is dead, but wow! We had a hit on the French Admiral almost at the exact same time, killing him as well. So both of these players are Admiral-less on this battlefield. So if I can zoom out just a little bit, I want to take stock of what we have here. So that's routing. I bet you with that volley it's going to surrender. Not too sure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships for Spain. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ships for France. Oh, but guys, the Terrible is coming into the fight. Here we go. We've got the 38-gun frigate slowly moving forwards. And yeah, the Saint Esprit is actually surrendered. So both generals are out of it, as I said. And oh no, this ship is going to explode. I can just feel it. Hopefully it will do some damage to the Jean-Jacques Rousseau. It actually routs it. Well done, and it's on fire as well. So that is not good for DABOSS. That's one of his 3 largest ships. He needs to keep those alive. We have the Franchise has surrendered. We've got the Union, which is routing. The America over here has surrendered, so let's again take stock of what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, ships just exploding all over the place. I believe that was the French Admiral exploding. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ships for Spain, as far as I can tell. So we got 4 over in this pocket here, 1 in the center, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 to 10. But this is not good for DABOSS. This is oh no, his last 122-gun ship of the line is routing. And look at this huge ship just absolutely being split in 2 before sinking below the waves. Taking a lot of crewmen with it as well. There we go, the Tenat still taking damage. We've got the Pluton over here, it's surrendered. Let me zip over here and see what French ships are actually left fighting. So yeah, the only resistance over here, thankfully, the Jean-Jacques Rousseau has returned, the 122-gun ship of the line. And the Amphitrite as well, or the Amphitrite, is also here. We've got one of the bomb catches surviving as well, too. And for Spain, I think, yeah, we've got one of the bomb catches as well. I'm not sure if the Tona is going to come back. The Esperanza is wavering now. I suspect that was due to a volley from the Jean-Jacques Rousseau. I feel like the Spanish have more ships, but I still feel like this is very close. Some return volleys there. The Carmen getting the first shot, 80 gunship of the line, and then the Infanterite is returning its volley. Looks like the Jean-Jacques Rousseau with a half-hearted attempt there, firing at the Carmen. And that was a huge hit there on the San Carlos. Massive hit from the Jean-Jacques Rousseau, but it looks like we do have the San Carlos turning in to get a volley on the Jean-Jacques Rousseau. There we go, some good shots there. I'm not sure if that's going to rout it or not. No, it looks like it's good for now. But yeah, these two Spanish ships need to get back into the fight. Look at all these Spanish ships that are kind of just chilling back here. And now, what happened with this larger ship? Yeah, it did actually surrender. So I think DABOSS may be out of this. The America is sinking below the waves. That is surely routed. Yep, it is routing now. We've got the Infanterite. I'm not sure if it's trying to get in the way to stop a volley there, but... Oh, no! Okay, I thought it was going to get friendly fire there on the Jean-Jacques Rousseau. But yeah, I think once the Spanish Armada kind of just collects itself, it will probably win. You can see the balance of power is very with Raji at this stage. It's pretty much down to the Jean-Jacques Rousseau, which is already broken once. The Infanterites has broken. As I said, the large ship, the Tona, over here, has broken. The Pluton surrendered. Oh, so what a disaster for DABOSS. Pretty much down to this very glorious last stand, volleying the Intrepido from quite a distance, but it has taken some damage, as you can see. Even worse on this side. There we go. Nice shots onto the Carmen. Huge hits, but this return volley will probably break this massive warship. Go, huge hits, and no, it's still steady. This thing is a tank. Oh, but the bomb catch coming in over just overhead, thankfully not setting the ship on fire. And the Esquivel says it's losing slightly, but here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ships converging on one. We've also got the 8th in behind it. And yeah, surely that is going to break it there. It's already wavering. This one will be the nail in the coffin for DABOSS. And that is it. And it's on fire. And it's surrendered. And there we go. So a great finish, but unfortunately, DABOSS, you've made it so far, man. I'm really sorry for you, but Raji is victorious. So well done to you. He is moving on to face an unknown player in the final round. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's set of battles. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And I will see you in the next one.